I am stoked for this one. Queen of New York, Sabrina Ionescu. Welcome to New York, New
Thank
York.
you.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
First off, Liberty games around Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn. It is a vibe, a major, major vibe. So is this something that you noticed right away playing for the Liberty, or is this something that kind of started developing where, like, with each win, with more success, you're like, yeah, this is something?
No, it's been gradual.
Yeah.
Because obviously the year I was drafted, we were in a bubble. The following year, there was still a lot of COVID restrictions and regulations, and every year there was just more and more and more fans. And so it's been gradual, but obviously this year was an all-time high. I mean, attendance record, but also just the vibe in the arena, like the hunger of wanting to win. And obviously New York fans are just different. You know, everyone's loud and rowdy, and
Got to deal with guys like me. You know?
right. And we're just excited to kind of have that foundation, knowing that our fans have led us to a lot of wins this season, and we know it's going to amplify next season as well.
Okay, the shot, WNBA Finals. You got to understand, Sabrina, like the craziest month of New York sports maybe ever. You guys are in the WNBA Finals. The Yankees are in the World Series. The Mets go on this crazy run. So I do the pod for the Ringer. I'm at SNY. We have like 5 TVs set up watching all y'all. So the game's going on and you hit the shot. And everybody's like, oh, shit, crazy, crazy. So you've had great moments playing basketball. Is that number one on the list?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the biggest shot in my career. To be able to do that in an opposing arena with 19,000 fans that are cheering against you and
Shut
just
'em up.
silence the entire crowd besides the 15 members of the New York Liberty fan base being my family. They're celebrating and cheering. It was fun, but obviously, yeah, I mean, that was a huge shot. You know, we battled back all game to be able to get that win on the road, and to be able to see a lot of the videos of everyone watching. Like New York had watch parties. There was bars that everyone was recording and watching, and go back on social media and see everyone celebrating. Like I still do it to this day and go watch how everyone just went hype for that shot.
So I had to work duty calls, but my wife was at your parade. Did something cool, and I work downtown. So when you walk downtown where our TV studios are, you see like superimposed in the sidewalk all of the ticker tape parades over the years. Sabrina's been a long time coming for a New York team to have a parade.
Yes.
So what was that experience like for
The
you?
parade was the best thing ever. I think it kind of, you get to do it once, and now it's like I want to do it every year.
Every
because
year.
to be able to see how many people showed up, obviously didn't know what to expect. It's been a really long time for New York, sports in general, to have that. And so to see how many people showed up and the love that we received, I still get the goosebumps thinking about it. So many young girls, dads, you know, took them out of school and they were on their dad's shoulders watching us go out there and be on our floats and parade. And it just kind of puts a lot of things into perspective to kind of understand what you're doing for the next generation of athletes in New York and just all around the world. And we're excited to try and go do another one this year.
So I feel like the WNBA now, this is like a moment for you guys. It really is. Like the attention, the coverage is just like off the charts. And like you're such a huge part of it. You're one of the big stars of the league. You're playing in New York City. Like there are certain moments in sports, like in the 80s, it was the Bird Magic before my time, because I was a Knicks fan, seeing Michael Jordan break my heart. But like people talk about like Bird Magic and how like it just took the league to another level. Do you and Stewie and Caitlin Clark and all of the big stars of the WNBA, do you guys like feel like you're a part of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we understand that there's this, you know, moment right now that we're in, that there's this kind of inflection point, and it's been a long time coming. Every year, it's just been kind of this slow churn and rise in women's sports in general, obviously in basketball for sure, but to be able to see kind of where we're at this year, everything is at an all-time high, from attendance to viewership to sponsorship, and knowing we're not even really at the surface of where we want to get to. It's just a continual kind of climb, and obviously we're a part of it. We're in New York, the biggest market of the world, and knowing that we're going to continue to do what we can, use our platform, and just want to see this thing continue to rise and not be satisfied with where we're at.
So repeating is really hard. I mean, we're in the Super Bowl. Team's trying to do it for the third straight time. I grew up with the Yankees. They won 4 out of 5, so I'm a little spoiled. I'm not going to lie. There's a hunger, right, in winning your first championship. But it's a different level now knowing, hey, everybody's gunning for y'all. Yeah. Like, that's it. You're the chance. Like, you walk into that building every time. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's different. You feel like you're ready for that?
Yeah, I think you kind of expect that. There's a even bigger target on your back, knowing that everyone just wants to beat you no matter what. Regular season, postseason, everyone's trying to come out and not let you win another one. And I think for me personally, it's having that hunger of knowing how satisfying it felt to win one, and you kind of become addicted to wanting to do it again. And so understanding all the highs and lows that go into winning and what it takes to win, I think can only set you up for knowing how hard it's going to be going into this next season. Teams are getting better, players are getting better, expansion teams, you're traveling to more cities, playing more games, and I think you kind of know what you're getting into now. So for me, I'm excited. I know what it takes to lose, I know what it takes to win, and I think that experience can only help me.
So I have to ask, because I saw this and it pissed me off, and I'm sure it pissed you off. Angel Reese, what's your response there? Can't guard? I think you got to show her up. I think you got to drop 40 on her next year.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, that's just basketball.
You like the trash talk.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's basketball at the end of the day, and I think it's kind of part of our sport. Like, people trash talk. People talk about what you can't and can't do on the court. You see it in the NFL, you see it in the NBA, you see it everywhere. But for some reason, when it gets to women's sports, it's like people don't want to talk about it and don't want to.
Are you a big trash talker?
No, not a big trash talker. I'll get fired up and kind of get motivated in the game and go back and forth. But I feel like that's the part of sports that people want to see.
Hell
so
yeah.
It's fun. I don't pay too much mind to that one because we won and I had 32 points. So for me, I just kind of let the game do the talking, and everything else kind of takes care of itself.
Okay, your basketball influences, obviously Kobe Bryant, and I can see it in your game, little Kobe, little Steph Curry, the shooting touch, the competitive fire spirit. Are those the two guys that you look at where you kind of tried to, from a NBA perspective, tried to model your game after?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Luka Doncic now too, to be able to see.
Can you believe he got traded?
I can't.
I thought it was
pretty
fake.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think the whole world did.
I was like, really?
Yeah, I think the whole world did. Yeah, but for me, it's been kind of taking parts of everyone's game that I've looked up to and just taking a little bit here and a little bit there and making sure it's kind of genuine to who I am. I know I'm myself, and I don't necessarily want to be like anyone else, but I want to do, kind of learn and take parts of everyone's game. But absolutely, I mean, Steph Curry now, obviously a great friend, but someone who I definitely model my game after on the court, but also who he is off the court.
So you have become now a New York native, basically. You play here. You're getting indoctrinated with New York City. So what's the must-have? Is there a meal? Is there a neighborhood where you feel at home?
I'd say now that I've won in New York, I feel like I kind of...
You don't have to worry about paying for drinks and food now.
Yeah,
that's it.
No.
That's it. When you win in New York, that's it.
That's it, right? No, it's just I feel a lot more at home. You're there longer now. Our seasons are longer. Got to play. It's kind of moved a little bit out of the city, and you kind of know your bearings now. I don't need my GPS everywhere I go. I kind of know my way around, and that's kind of the fun part. But yeah, I mean, a good pizza is always solid in New York.
Must have.
Love the food, love the vibe. There's always something to do. Obviously, I'm there in the summer, which is a great time to be there. I love warm weather, so it's fun all around.
You and me both. It's nice being out of the New York cold.
Yes.
Who is the New York athlete that you love watching? Not one of your teammates, but I see you at the Garden, you're at Knicks games, you're bouncing around. I saw you at a Yankee game. You make the rounds, as you should. Who is the New York athlete you're damn, I can't wait to watch him or her?
I mean, there's so many, but I would definitely say Jalen Brunson's out there hooping in the Garden. So for me, it's probably him, to be able to see what he's kind of done, how New York has embraced him, and obviously hope to continue to see him kill it and the Knicks do well.
Sabrina, final one. You're here on behalf of Michelob. Party time, Super Bowl week. What do we got cooking this weekend?
Yeah, a lot. So
Nice.
Obviously excited to be here, but to be with Michelob Ultra and kind of taking part of my first Super Bowl commercial, which is really exciting to be able to partner with them.
Was that nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it was fun, but it was with Randy, and to be able to kind of play pickleball. Obviously, we're both competitive in our respective sports, but to be able to go on a pickleball court and take part in a commercial that we were kind of able to just be ourselves was really fun. And obviously, my family and I are really excited to kind of tune in Sunday and be able to watch myself.
How's your pickleball game?
Really solid.
I was going to say, you're an athlete, right?
Really solid.
Do you golf at all?
not the best golfer, but I'm gonna
That'll
get
change.
there. Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Yeah.
You get that itch, and
Yeah.
I wish I was better, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Sabrina Ionescu, rock star.
Yes.
I look forward to watching you
Thank
this
you.
season,
Yes.
and we expect another parade, by the way.
Yeah, can't wait.
I like the sound of that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.